Welcome back to Chickity. Mrs. Oby Ezekwesili was present at the MBA conference 2025 in Enugu. Mrs. Ezekwesili made an impact, made a great contribution by advising the lawyer and people present, including the judges, about the way they handle affairs in Nigeria. She passed that advice like the activist that she is, calling the lawyers and the judges or people in the law profession to order, to accountability, asking them to rise up to their responsibility and not to be carried away by what is happening in Nigeria, and money should not be the focus of everything for them. They should be of high moral standard because their profession is one between God and man. They are there to represent God on earth. They should do their job diligently, without fear or favor, sticking 100% to the rule of law. In the word of Mrs. Ezekwesili, she said, "Stop trading the legal profession and handing it over to a bunch of lousy politicians who wants to destroy generations, both present and unborn. Don't invite me again. Even if you do, I may not come." End of quote. Truth is bitter, and that is what Mrs. Ezekwesili is saying. When you speak truth to each other, you tend to hate each other. You tend not to want to love each other anymore. Mrs. Ezekwesili was on the panel, was on the conference, not to tell lies. She was there to speak truth to them, either they like it or not. It's up to them to take it and imbibe it. And yet, if they choose not to invite her again to any of their conferences, it's not going to be a problem for her because she has already made her mark. Researching further, people were commenting also on social media about the presentation of Mrs. Ezekwesili. One of those comments is the one from Naija dentist or so. He said, all those words, yet nothing substantial was said. How do you treat a profession? Since when did MBA become the gatekeeper of who should or who shouldn't be a lawyer? Do they admit students or reward degrees? Suggesting gatekeeping based on personal bias is absurd. The real focus should be urging the legal body to uphold professionalism and put nation's interest above sentiment. Simple. Africa must be better also said. Our words are bitter truths when legal profession compromises itself before corrupt politicians. The nation is doomed. Justice dies, and with the future of millions. And beyond our warning, one thing is clear: Nigeria needs fresh leadership and fairer balance of power. The Southeast, rich in human capital, infrastructure, and integrity, remains the most overlooked region. If given the chance, the discipline, and potential, Nigeria could truly experience the rebirth it desperately needs. Henry is asking her, how did she know that they are trading legal professions? Opinion differs, and that is why you see all this. Another comment comes from Aniomaman. Amazing message, but we know it means nothing to them because they will go back to their ways once she's out of the door. For the last one, Grok Mr. T, MBA, said MBA is a Nigerian association, not a personal club for lawyers to unwind. We expect our lawyers to fight for us. If they want to unwind, they should go to their personal clubs. MBA should not be a social club. This is why Nigerians don't get justice anymore. I pity this country. Let me stop at that, and I want you to listen to the video where Mrs. Oby was speaking at the conference. And I would like you to judge, put your own opinion to support this argument or against this argument, because you can see that opinion differs from these comments I've just given to you. What do you feel? What do you think it can be? What do you think it is likely to be? And what do you think it must be? Is Mrs. Oby given the right assessment? Are the lawyers and the judges in Nigeria doing their best to sanitize Nigeria? Are they of high professionalism? Do they believe that their calling have something to do with the divine? Do they even think that they will have to account for whatever they do or whatever they say in front of their creator? And that brings me to chapter number 4 of the Holy Quran, verse number 105 to verse number 112. Read it and digest it. Go and read it and know what it says about lawyers and their characters. Let's watch.
Seconds. All right. I am glad you guys are here to listen to me. And maybe you won't invite me again after I'm done. You represent the heartbeat of professionalism in our country, in any society. I think it's important that we don't laugh through the conditions that we find ourselves as a people. You're the best of minds. Anyone who is able to train and become a lawyer in Nigeria represents the elite of our society. What's going on is an abandonment of responsibility by the elite of our country. The truth is, the people of this country, the larger population of the poor, are almost trapped in intractable poverty. Some 133 million are perniciously in that state of poverty. One thing that is fundamental are the choices that we make as a people. And guess what? The lawyers determining the rule of law of this society and what is rewarded, what is punished, at the heart of it. The question that I hope your conference this year would force each of you to ask is, should there be an evaluation of what our profession has done to provide the necessary guardrails for the behavior of our political class? It's not to be that we, as the privileged class, for as long as you're educated, you're a privileged class, we need to understand that this society lays prostrate for the poor right now, some 133 million of them, that a distorted incentive society is making it impossible for them to actually have a quality of life that is close enough to just being normal. And therefore, I am praying that as the legal profession, you can agree that there is serious discussions that are making it difficult for incentives to align in the direction where hard work is rewarded. This country has to go back to rewarding hard work. This idea that politics is the pathway to becoming wealthy is an anomaly. Any profession that is rewarding this kind of prebendalist behavior cannot be a profession that cares about tomorrow. But I do know that I know some of you, and you're some of the best minds that we have in this society. So, stop trading this profession. Stop giving this profession over to a bunch of lousy politicians that want to destroy generations here and unborn. Don't invite me again. Even if you invite me, I may not come again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the final, just hold on. The best.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.